Hey, thanks for joining us here on Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey, and here to talk Agrifest from UF-IFAS. Her name is Nicole Walker. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, how you doing today?
I'm very well.
Yeah, and first timer on the show from the Polk County Public Schools. That'd be Jessica Anderson. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
And why haven't you come to see me? You've been doing this for like how long?
Since COVID.
Yeah. Sure. Gotta blame it. Okay, we'll let it slide that you missed that, but that's good. And also from the Polk County Farm Bureau, her name is Carole McKenzie, a veteran of the show. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Talk to me a little bit about Agrifest. What exactly is it?
Agrifest is a program for our fourth graders throughout Polk County. And it's a partnership between our three organizations as well as agricultural producers and supporters from around the county. And it's the opportunity for these fourth graders to come on site at the Polk County Agricultural Center. So it's a field trip, and they learn all about Polk County agriculture. There are 6 stations, and the kids are grouped and get to rotate to 3 of those stations where they have educational and interactive activities and get to engage with people that are directly involved in agriculture.
Now, what role does UF-IFAS play in the program?
So in addition to being the host facility, we also have a couple of our educators, extension agents, who are station leaders. So they are doing the education for those areas. And then we also have a group of volunteers, Master Gardener volunteers, who run one of the stations as well.
Now, Jessica, you provide the students and, of course, a little bit of what's needed for the event, but talk about the importance of educating the youth as to the culture of Polk County and what a role that Agrifest plays in for them for the rest of their life.
Absolutely. Polk County has a rich history in agriculture through various commodities, most well known for citrus. But we find that it's extremely important to educate our students on why agriculture is important and how it affects their daily life, both through food and through fiber, and the various commodities that we purchase and we use on a day-to-day basis. So we have chosen 4th grade specifically. It's right before students go into middle school. They're excited about everything, so it's a great age to get students out there. And it also helps stimulate conversations at home, when they take that information back and can have those conversations with their parents. We find many of the students have parents that are involved in working in different agricultural industries across Polk County. And then we offer agricultural education from 6th through 12th grade in Polk County at our public middle and high schools, and we've started to expand that to elementary as well. So we really just feel like it's a great age and a great time to bring those students out and get them really excited and interested in agricultural education.
Let's talk sheer numbers. How many students are we going to be putting through the program, and logistically, what does it take to do this?
Absolutely. So we are working towards our 10-day event again. During the transition of COVID and things like that, we were afraid we were going to have to stop the programming for a little while, but fortunately we were able to pivot for a few years and do virtual Agrifest and provide programming through a website to teachers. And then we have gradually brought the programming back from we did 8 days last year, and we'll be back to 10 days this year. So we host around 600 students each day for 10 days. So right at 6,000 students, right around 200 classrooms. And we do offer a day specifically for private, charter, and homeschool students to attend as well. So 9 days for our public school students and 1 day designated for others to attend as well. But 200 classrooms, 6,000 kids, it's really a great time.
Organized chaos.
Yes,
that's exactly what we call it.
Yes.
Now, Carole, talk to me a little bit about what the Polk County Farm Bureau does.
So Farm Bureau, historically, one of our primary objectives is agriculture education. There are a lot of different programs in different counties across the state. Some call it Agrifest, some call it Ag Venture. We are most certainly one of the largest and have the longest tenure in the state. So we're really proud that we've been able to grow it over the last 35 years, and to speak to what Jessica mentioned as far as what we needed to do during COVID, we are so proud of the fact that we were able to make it a hybrid situation, still get those interactive lessons in the classroom, still stay relevant, still stay engaged, and still get that message out. So we're super excited to be back to the 10 full days this year. But we have several partnerships that we work on together, all ag education related, and we're a fantastic team. We have wonderful volunteers. It's extremely important to Polk County Farm Bureau that we continue to grow our future leadership, and we say we do that from the ground up. So as Jessica mentioned, starting in elementary through middle school, through high school, through our Young Farmer and Rancher program, that is an extremely successful model for developing the future of agricultural leadership.
Now, you had mentioned something as far as volunteers. How many volunteers will it take to pull this off? And then my other question is, obviously, there's got to be great partnerships outside with sponsors. So talk a little bit about the sponsors and, of course, the volunteers, if you would, please.
Yes. So as far as volunteers, it takes a village, as we say. We have wonderful volunteers that come from the county that have been with us for many years, that come back each year. We have legislative aides. We have community stakeholders. We have regulatory staff that come and visit with us, and we're pleased that we often get some folks that come down during that time of year from up north, and they come back year after year, specifically during that time period, to volunteer at Agrifest. Jessica does a wonderful job of getting our FFA advisors and FFA students. I think we typically have at least a dozen FFA student volunteers each day. We have 4-H volunteers, so it's a community effort. And we encourage anyone who's interested to reach out to us if you'd like to volunteer. There is a background check vetting process if it's your first time. If you're already registered with the school board, you're good to go with that. So we have typically each day, I would say we have at least 55 volunteers. That's including all of the station managers, horticulture, the master gardeners have a wonderful group that they bring. So about 55 per day. The hours over 10 days, those rack up. But we're very fortunate that each year we have a great crop of volunteers. And as far as sponsors, we have a long-term partnership with Florida's Natural Growers Foundation. They help us out each year, as well as some individual industry sponsors, and Mosaic is always extremely helpful for us.
Now, Nicole, let's talk days of the events and times and really some of the things that will be going on during those days and times.
Sure. So this year it seems like we're starting early because it's a February date. So the last Monday in February, it'll be that week, and then the first week in March. So we end on March 8th. I do want to say, because it is important, it's not an event that's open to the public, but we certainly do appreciate the support that is provided through the volunteers. So the times, the kids are there for about 2 hours from 10 to 12. So that gives enough time for the buses, which Jessica's a huge part of arranging all of that, of course. Gives time for the buses after their morning routes to get to, because they're coming from all over. Some of those kids are in a bus for an hour. So 10 o'clock is about a good starting time. 12 o'clock a good ending time. They can get back to school, get lunch, and then the bus drivers are able to do their afternoon routes.
Now, Jessica, you've got coming up on what, 3, 4, 5 years on this. Talk a little bit about what the children, what you've heard over the years as far as what the children are experiencing, and how the next grade comes up and goes, yeah, we're looking forward to this.
Absolutely. So I actually, I supervise all of the ag teachers for Polk County, and I actually have ag teachers that work for us now that attended Agrifest 25 years ago as a student. And so that really helps speak to the fact that this is something that the students remember for a very long time. But yes, I have participated in Agrifest for many years as both a student volunteer and those sorts of things, and then as an ag teacher, and then now as my role at the district with coordinating Agrifest. But students look forward to it. I have 2 4th graders at home this year that are absolutely thrilled that it's their year to come. So it, well, the word spreads. Kids enjoy it because it's hands-on. They get up, they get to do things, they get to interact with the different rotations and stations they go through, so they absolutely adore it and look forward to it.
You feel it very quickly as well.
Now, Carole, I'm going to give you the final word on this. Talk about the tradition of this event and why it needs to be part of the curriculum for our public schools.
Yes. So as we mentioned, we started 35 years ago in 1989, the partnership between the three organizations, and they looked at the standards then for fourth grade. They really did an in-depth study on what's the right age, what's the correct curriculum. Over the years, the committee has attempted to keep up with the Sunshine Standards, make sure that we're getting those into our lesson plans. It's important for future careers for these students to see, yes, you know, being a farmer, you're on a tractor, you're in the grove, you're working cattle, but I think it's really important for them too to get the science, the STEM messaging, that it's not just, you don't have to be on a farm to be involved in agriculture. If you eat, you're a part of agriculture. So I think it's a very good opportunity for them to have a broad aspect of all of the things that go into agriculture production and where their food comes from.
Well, ladies, it's been a pleasure talking with you about Agrifest this year. Thank you for coming in, and anytime that you want to promote anything that you got coming in, coming up, share with us. Come back and see me, would you please?
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Polk County Farm Bureau partners with UF-IFAS and Polk County Public Schools to hold this annual event, which educates present and future consumers on the importance of agriculture. The event is sponsored by the Mosaic Company and the Florida Natural Growers Foundation. Now, students and their teachers explore interactive exhibits and attend hands-on workshops on citrus, beef cattle, phosphate, beekeeping, horticultural, forestry, aquaculture, blueberries, and small farms. Now, if you need more information about Agrifest, give UF-IFAS a call at 863-519-1041. If you enjoyed that episode of Polk Place, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and even check out the next one.